Sunday is a good time to relax and unwind, maybe spend time with the kids, take the family out to lunch, and of course, spend a few moments watching a fabulous number 5 unboxing video. This is the 5th out of 6 or 7 of this big consignment of coins back from NGC for members of the Silver Forum. And how nice they all are too. This 2016 Canada Gold Reverse Proof. Very few of these have ever been graded, and this one looks pretty good. I don't know how many were minted. One of you guys could probably tell me, but I get the feeling maybe this was quite a hard coin to find, but I'm not sure where it came from, whether it was in a set or just fairly low mintage. Let me know. Next up is a couple of MS Libertads, Bullion Libertads, 2017. The quarter ounce, there were only 500 coins. The 20th of an ounce, I think there were quite a lot more, maybe up to 1200 or so coins, but I'm not sure of the exact mintage. That got an MS70 and then a 69 for the quarter ounce. The quarter ounce, I think, is going to be a really good coin for the future with such a low semi-key mintage. Then we've got something that says it is a half sovereign. In fact, I didn't put a half sovereign in. It looks to me like a quarter sovereign, and I don't think for some reason NGC could tell the difference between a half and a quarter, which is pretty bad, but this one is going to have to go back to NGC for a free mechanical change to the label, which is a bit of a pain, to be honest. They're doing that too many times. They need to check very much more carefully before this stuff comes out, in my humble opinion. So the other one is a strike on the day, and that one did very well. Those were being graded as a PF, a proof. They're now being graded as a deep proof like MS coin, which is probably about right, seeing as they were brilliant uncirculated finish. I still think that this strike on the day sovereign, only 1817 of these were minted, very distinctive, plain edge, brilliant uncirculated. There's a long way to go with those. If you have one, don't sell it cheap. Keep it and get a good price for it if you want to sell it. This panda did very well, an MS70 panda. Always lovely to see MS70 pandas, because even modern ones, so few of them get an MS70. This is one, I'm surprised that they didn't encapsulate this, but I guess they drew the line somewhere. It's very difficult to know with tokens and medals exactly what NGC will grade and what they won't grade. I think they don't make it very clear what type is eligible, what type is ineligible. You can send a pile of these things to them and half of them will come back ineligible and ungradable. These two were eligible. A 1964 William Shakespeare 40th anniversary in brass, got an MS63. And the other one, a British historical medal, obviously one that's in the books, and that one got an AU50, and it's quite a nice medal. It's got the young head Victoria on one side and the old veiled head Victoria on the other side. I like that one actually quite a lot, although the AU50 is really not a particularly good grade. I'm sure there's quite a few around that are higher grade than that. So the next one here is another one of the strike on the day plain edge. I think they look nice with the Great Britain label. I think I would always get these modern sovereigns graded. I think with the GB label for an extra $5. I think that's worth it. And again, you saw this one again, another 70 before. A lot of these get 70s, which is really nice for an MS coin. There have been quite a few graded now, probably mostly by me, for various Silver Forum members. You see them on the market and they're getting good prices. These three in particular were actually graded a while back, and they were sent back to NGC to have their labels changed, because they should have had GB labels to begin with. So send back the brown ones and swap them out for the nice colourful ones. This is another one that was already graded by NGC as a 70, and this one is owned by my friend AG Panda, and he wanted to see whether he could actually get the designation put on the label, because when they first started to grade these coins, they didn't actually make the designation on the coin until fairly late, so it's not clear sometimes whether they're frosted or mirrored. It's sometimes helpful to have the correct designation as well. Who let the dogs out? I don't know, but I certainly have sent quite a few of these dogs off for grading. And when I first saw this coin, the design of it without the actual physical coins, I thought it was a bit of a a bit of a miss compared to the Rooster of the previous year. I've seen loads of these dogs now. There were only 1,000 of the silver ones, and there were 188 of the gold ones, and they are really growing on me. I actually really like them. I think they're one of the best designs of 2017, 2018 in terms of the year of the dog lunar coins. There have been so many lunar coins, I think, of the dog that have been a bit of a disappointment, including the one from our very own Royal Mint, which I think is absolutely appalling. This one is really nice, and I particularly like it with the NGC lunar label. Matches the style of the Rooster label from last year. And one of the guys on the Silver Forum sent me through 3 lots that belong to different members of his family. They all chose different permutations, some lots of silver and a bit of gold, some a little bit of gold, but I think the gold ones in particular are absolutely stunning, and I would very much like to have one of these gold coins from the Rwanda, the newer Rwanda gold coins myself. They've just issued the giraffe gold coin with only 100 of those minted. The Santa Maria, I think, has got 100 minted, and the dog has got 188. And if you can find those at a reasonable price, which may prove to be a little bit difficult, then I think that is quite an interesting pickup, and one that will be a very nice gold set at some stage, or even a silver set. I mean, if the silver ones are not that expensive, although some eBay sellers have been asking greedy money for them, I think that the silver ones also at a good price will be quite a good bet for the future. And I'm sure when the next one comes out for 2019, there'll be a big scrabble around all the dealers in Germany. A lot of the dealers are becoming very aware that these coins have a higher premium, and I think everyone is trying to get a bigger chunk of the money that's around on these coins. But I really like them, and as I say, the gold ones in particular. The gold ones are MS, the gold ones are bullion grade, and mine have been grading very well, or at least not mine, but the Silver Forum members ones. The silver ones are proof. I don't know why they chose not to make the gold ones a proof finish. They must have their reasons. I mean, they look pretty good anyway. It doesn't really make much of a difference, and they seem to grade at 69 or 70 despite being a bullion coin. You know, I mean, I don't know how many times I'll have a consignment that I can show you 2 MS70 Year of the Dogs. They're pretty spectacular, and I'm just really happy to have them here in my hands to show you guys on my channel. And now they have already gone off to their owner, and I'm sure they're going to be kept under guard, under lock and key, and valued as treasured possessions into eternity now. I mean, they certainly are really nice kind of pieces to have for the future, particularly if one plans to build up the whole set of these gold coins. They'll make a great set in 10 years' time when the whole of the lunar set has been minted. So here we've got the 2 together, silver, the rooster on the right, the dog on the left. You can see the label. The labels are pretty kind of consistent through NGC, and there'll be one of these new lunar labels every year in the same style. When they changed to the larger label, then they changed the lunar style. So there are some earlier lunar labels. They're not quite in the same style as this. I've had those as well for some of the earlier years. And you can see generally these are graded very well. Lots of 70s, Very few grading disasters when it comes to these German produced Rwanda gold and silver coins. So let's look at some other pretty special coins. These you do not see very often. They are incredibly pretty coins owned by a friend of mine on the Silver Forum. They've been conserved by NCS, and then they had them for quite a long time, conserving them very carefully and grading them. You know, they did pretty well for 1970s platinum coins, proof coins. So 1970s, it's unlikely that you're going to get very many 70s coins that you can just send straight away and they get 70s. But after conservation, they all got 69, and I think that makes them the top graded coins of this particular type at NGC. Anyway, I'm not sure there has been any 70s of these coins that have been graded, so pretty good. The 2005 maple leaf, another one of these Canadian maple leaves with the Canada label. I really like the Canada label. If I have any more Canadian coins, I will not hesitate to use that Canada label. I think it's very attractive. This one is also special because it's a palladium coin, and of course palladium has been the metal of 2017, gone up in price quite a lot during the year. And this is a particularly nice example of palladium coins, and there aren't that many palladium coins to choose from if you're collecting them. So let's just stroll back through a look. Some of these coins were in this box, some of them were in previous boxes, but there'll be another one hopefully for you sometime tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, and let me have your comments.